If you guys are looking to fill up your storages, you're going to want to watch today's video with million plus loot raids. Let's check out how they got it done. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Echo, and lately we have been looking for loot inside of Clash of Clans. If you're a Town Hall 12 that just got hit with the update and needs to upgrade their wall and their defenses, maybe even those heroes, or if you're a lower level player just trying to get yourself on that grind, you're gonna need loot in Clash of Clans. So today I've got some excellent examples of attack strategies and leagues where you could actually be finding that loot. As you can see right here, a Royals from the Scrappy Wizards is attacking in Titans 2 and going in with a Lalo attack strategy with 1.1 million gold, 1 million elixir, and nearly 10,000 dark elixir. That's not including the bonuses that make it even more loot. Let's hit the play button, and we actually have 5 different examples of attack strategies that you guys could utilize, and different just crazy loot attacks, guys, where all of them had over 1 million in loot. I love watching big loot raids. Notice we got the king, the queen, the Pekka, and the ice golem coming in right over here in this attack. Wall breakers opening up the walls even more, basically trying to narrow down the base for phase 2 of the attack, which is going to be the Lalo portion. You know, the attacks that we're going to see here today are not all just farming attacks. A lot of these are war strategies that you may be using, but you're going to be getting so much profit and benefit from these attacks because there's so much loot in the bases. So you want to make sure that you're waiting for bases that have the loot, so your attack will be a profitable one. Guys, so far the kill squad's in, and have you yet subscribed to the channel? If you have not done that yet, why don't you go ahead and do that right now and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of the daily Clash of Clans and mobile gaming content that I have for you guys every single day. Queen did her job. She got into the base, lured the clan castle, and well, if there was anything in it, and just basically narrowed down the base. Balloons are coming in first, trying to get rid of any air traps, air bombs. And here we go with the lava hounds in as well. Stone slammers coming in, gonna take out all the defenses, hoping that the pups will come behind and clean up everything else. Notice we do have a baby dragon, some minions, and that grand warden's gonna be used as well. Even an earthquake spell. Notice the earthquake being dropped right there on top of the town hall. That's gonna activate the town hall and then have the balloons attack it. What a smart play, because remember, at Town Hall 12, if the base is not 50% taken down, the Town Hall will not be a defense. But check it out, the Town Hall is upgrading, so it didn't even matter either way. Don't have to deal with the Tesla or the Giga Tesla, which is basically a prime base for attacking, guys. You don't need to go against the strongest bases when you're farming for loot. You want to find the ones that are vulnerable and holding tons of loot, so you can have basically an easy attack and pull in every single bit of loot that the base has to offer. As you can see right now, it's just clean up, getting the last of that delicious loot that's later going to be put into upgrades, or maybe even trained up some troops or Royals from the Scrappy Wizards. That's example number 1, but we have more right now. Check out that loot. Let's check out some more. And right now we have Crusher from 3 Strikes coming in, taking down this base with, again, over 1 million of each in loot, coming in with the Pekka hog attack strategy that I've recently featured here on the channel. Notice the Town Hall 10 does not have max level walls, but it is holding within so much loot. Check out those Pekka with those wizards funneling behind, just trying to get these Pekka into the base, take down the base, narrow it down so the hogs can come through and take out the rest of it. That's really how the strategy goes. Check out how this stone slammer right here, guys, is going to completely demolish that wall and allow for those heroes to get into the core of the base and continue funneling things down. It just works out so beautifully. That air mine just took a big beating on our stone slammer, which now has the balloons down, but check the heal spell. It's going to heal up our king and those balloons, allow them to push on through the base. King, can the king engage with that enemy queen? I think that they did, and there was a Pekka as well, guys. Now the base has been narrowed about as narrow as it can go, and it's time for the hogs. They're coming in right here down in the southern part of the base, going to be heading on over to the eastern side of the base, taking out all the defenses along the way, allowing for the wizards, archers, heroes to clean up everything else behind. Kind of beautiful. Not your typical attack strategy that you're going to go in and find or try to use when farming, but he's here hanging out and attacking someone from Crystal 1, which typically, most of the time, most often is going to have the most dead bases with the most loot. So if you're looking for those easy attacks, maybe you could use Barch. Looking for those dead bases, go and hang out in Crystal League. you're going to find a lot there, guys, and the bases are going to be pretty easy to take down, as you saw in this one. Now, as you can see, guys, I've been holding on to this attack right here for a minute because that snow is still falling from the sky. It's been a few months, but this one has stayed in my little folder on the pile here because I wanted you guys to see it. It's miners coming in at Town Hall 12, stealing over 1 million loot. That's kind of been the trend of today's video. So we've seen a Lalo, we've seen the Pekka hog, now we're watching the Queen Walk miners come in, which I have to tell you is my favorite strategy for farming at Town Hall 10, 11, and 12. If you're not using the Queen Walk miner strategy, in my opinion, you're doing something wrong. Although there's a ton of strategies that work well. As you can see, he's hanging out in Titans 2 as he's doing this farm right here, but is actually down in Champions 1 to get this base. On that Eagle artillery right there, the King is coming in as well, doing a nice job, and the miners are coming in, storming the opposite side of the base, gonna be stealing that loot as it's all nestled in the center of the base. The walls are not so solid, but to be honest with you guys, it doesn't matter in a miner attack. Wall that's solid, wall that's not solid, miners go under it, no matter what, doesn't even matter. The wall wrecker is the only thing that would actually matter in this attack. And nice job with those heal spells in the core of the base. This one is done by CJ from CWC Serbia, giving a great example of how to perform this minor attack properly, followed by or following behind that Queen Walk. As you can see, there's a lot of mess going on there in the center of the base. Things are tied up. The Grand Warden is helping out with that aura, and the miners are pushing down right now into the southern part of the base. You know, I love these high loot bases. I love these high loot raids, guys. They kind of get me motivated to go on in, do the attacks myself, because who doesn't want a lot of loot? But I wonder, when I'm completely max level Town Hall 12, will it even matter anymore? What am I going to do? I think it's all going to be about trophy pushing right there, guys. But check it out. We got these Tesla in the corner of the bases. One more right behind my head. We're looking at right there. And once that's down, it's going to be 100% pulling in all that loot. CJ, thank you for the clip. Check it out. Looking good. So many different strategies we've featured so far, but now we're coming in with an Electro Loon at Town Hall 12, and look at all this loot hanging out on the outside of the base. We got Fair Play coming in from Red Foxes with this one, another one that I've had in my back pocket for some time, but hey, it's huge loot. We got to share it. We got to show it because we got to love it right here, guys. Notice a little bit of funneling action going on. Now we got the balloons coming in with the Electro Dragons right behind. This strategy is an expensive one. So if you are using it, you really need to use it on those bases that are holding loot like we're seeing here, over 1 million, or else it's just not going to be worth it. You know, you're going to be searching for a while. So now this video right here, guys, is not all about the best strategies to find loot and to get it cheap. It's about strategies that people are using and finding those gold mines, those huge loot raids. So far, guys, if you're liking the video, throw a big thumbs up on it. But not only that, let me know down in the comments below what some of the biggest loot raids you've ever gotten in Clash of Clans have been. Really curious to see how much loot you found in a base, and if you do remember what league it was in, guys, let me know down below. Stone Slam is still doing a great job. Notice the Eagle Artillery was not up to par right there. It was upgrading, so, or it was out of commission, one of the two. Either way, it was out of commission. And well, we took total advantage of that as Fair Play comes through with those balloons. Electro Dragons finishing things up. The King's coming through as well. Grand Warden's in there assisting. And those balloons, well, they're all down right now, guys. Not many balloons or any balloons left. King's going to run around working the outside of the base. That E-Drag is going to try and take down what's left right here. We have that Air Defense, Archer Tower, and the Wizard Tower. Oh my goodness, it's not going to happen right here, guys. The Grand Warden is going to have to do some work on his own, and then the King. But you know what? You don't need 100%. You just need all the loot, and this is going to be an example of that happening. Just grab the loot, man, and he's got every single drop of it without a 3-star. And the final attack of the day is a giant Pekka wizard attack right here, hanging out in Crystal League, where I said you're going to find all that loot, and you're going to find bases like this. Bases that are not that good. Bases with low level wall. I mean, look at these walls trying to protect those resources. It's not the best base design, guys, but it is a base that's offering so much loot. How do you can't feel bad attacking this base. Look at those heal spells being dropped to try and keep those giants alive as they go towards that multi-target inferno, although they do start pathing in the opposite direction. Now, I said it in the last attack, and I'm going to say it in this one again. When you're farming, you're not necessarily trying to beat the base and get 100%, because if you, let's say you want to farm in Crystal League and you keep gaining trophies, you're going to just keep moving up, right? So then you're going to have to drop trophies by dropping your queen in and then leaving the base, which is actually not a bad way to find some loot on your own, but you don't need a 3-star every time, but you do need the loot. You want to grab every drop of it and at least get 70% of the base taken down so you can get that big loot bonus, because the loot bonus, well, I love the loot bonus. It kind of guarantees a successful, profitable raid. And as you can see, who is this? Sumaya Wild Lifer from Demolition. That's who we got on this attack. Give it a good demonstration of how to pull in some loot. Taking in 700,000 nearly of each, including that loot bonus you're going to get from Crystal. Will the Pekka be able to take down the center of that base and allow for these giants and wizards to get the rest of the loot? We're going to see if they're going to be able to get every single little last drop of it. Wizards are doing a nice job. Oh, here goes the queen, stealing that dark, taking down the clan castle. Pekka's in there as well. A Tesla's going to go down. Yeah, it looks like all the loot is going to go in the pocket of the attacker that I'm not going to try and pronounce the name again. And yeah, guys, what do you think? 5 different attack strategies in all different leagues, pulling in major loot. Which one was your favorite? I want you guys to let me know down below. Let's close this out. Thank you guys so much for coming through today, having some fun with me, looking at those huge loot raids. It's time to fill up those resources. Go on out, get the farms done, and have some fun with the strategies that you decide to use. Again, let me know in the comments below which ones those are. Remember, guys, check out this video because it's another one that I know you're gonna like. I'll see you guys back here later on today with another video. Until then, be good.